So we are supposed to continue the fifth discussion, right? So all of you have read those two papers, I guess. Read anything useful? Have you seen anything useful in the newspapers? Yes, old newspapers, fourth and fifth newspapers. So those who are online, I think they can see the fourth paper right now. Right? Now we have actually seen the fourth newspaper before the class also. I mean the first day class itself, right? So what is Lagrange point? How many of you, like homework, I gave some basic homework, I guess, right? How many of you did the homework? Okay, so if a prelims question comes in that particular area, will you be at least able to identify it? What are Lagrange points? Why are they important? How will they help? And all so on and so forth. Okay, right now. Next. So the term the Prime Minister uses is populism, that we have discussed. Yes. So what I am trying to tell you is, did you see anything else in the newspapers when we were discussing? Okay, we discussed these are the articles you are supposed to read. You went home, you read those articles. Okay, did you find any value addition? Did you find anything else that is not there in the article? For example, the Russian warlord article. Okay, that was the expectation. I said suggested. If you want to read, you can read, or else you don't have to read. But if you read that article, okay, is there any value addition for you? What is that value addition? Right. So as you can see in the screen, if you open that Russian article, okay, last column number 3, I guess, column number 3, okay, fourth newspaper only, yes, okay, the last column, it says Wagner Group or Wagner mercenaries. As we have discussed in the class itself, they are very influential in controlling West Asia and Africa. Am I speaking Sanskrit? Are you able to understand the class? Do you have the paper? No? I can understand. Yes? So West Asia and Africa. These are the two important regions that Wagner Group will control or dominate. Yes? Why haven't you carried fourth paper? I told you, right? Why not? He is new. Fine. What about the rest of you? Why? You brought soft copies. Did you find what I am talking about? Yes. So is that a value addition for you? Yes or no? So if you look at the board, this is the particular article you are supposed to read, measuring hunger across the states. So I have asked 3 different types of definitions. One definition is stunting, wasting and malnourishment. What is malnourishment? It is a person when he is having food. Okay, he is having food, but he is not getting all the nutrition. That is called as malnourishment. So what is wasting and stunting? One is definition for height, the other one is for weight. So the problem is, in India, every citizen is getting or have enough food, but we don't have enough nutrition. So this problem is called as hidden hunger. The problem is called as hidden hunger. So government have food stock. See, he starts with the very first line is, we have what? Food security. If you open DPSP, if you open Constitution, fundamental rights, everything promises what? Right to life with dignity. Yes or no? So that is why government has passed an act called as National Food Security Act. So food is guaranteed in India if you are from poor and vulnerable sections. Okay. So that is the first word, that is food security. Okay. One more way to remember food security is availability, accessibility and affordability. Availability, accessibility and affordability. That means food should be available, it should be affordable, it should be accessible. Like this you have to remember the definition of what? Food security. After that, he talks about public distribution system. India has one of the largest PDS. What is PDS? Public distribution system. What is PDS? Public distribution system. Public distribution system is PDS. We are not playing games with words. What is PDS? How? How? Ration shops. Mostly ration shops. So government is giving free food. This Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana in COVID, like this, everybody is giving food. In spite of all these things, why are so many people, or especially kids, not having enough height, enough weight? This is a serious problem in India. Yes or no? We are compared to some African nations. If you read this article, our ranking is comparable to some African nations. He also cites some states like Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. Their scores is very bad. Okay, so earlier there used to be a very famous acronym called as BIMARU, B-I-M-A-R-U, BIMARU. BIMARU means in Hindi weak. Okay, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, all these are considered as what? BIMARU states. Okay, so don't we have the same kind of protection in Andhra Pradesh? Andhra Pradesh kids are doing well. Kerala, they are doing well. Yes or no? As you notice, okay, Kerala, Puducherry, Chandigarh, these are scoring very well. Okay, so you are also Indian, I am also Indian. So Kerala kids are doing well, whereas Bihar kids are not doing so well. Why? What should we do? Okay, that is a core discussion. The more you identify the problems in the country, the more you measure, the better it is to improve. What gets measured gets improved. Yes or no? What gets measured gets improved. So we'll come back from the starting again. So he starts with saying, okay, we have so many schemes, so many systems, we are giving food, everything, blah blah blah, everything is fine. But still, then why is India ranked very badly in global hunger index? Yes or no? We have natural resources, food distribution system, government with the intention to help the people. In spite of all these things, why do you think people are not eating properly? Issues at the implementation level. Okay. One more way to identify this is, we are more or less rice and wheat system. Whatever is given in PDS is what? Rice or wheat. If I give you only rice, okay, will you be healthy? No. Why? Only carbohydrates will be there. What about nutrients? Who should give them? That is also PDS. We should purchase. So, but I don't have money. Yes or no? Is it true? Poverty is one of the reasons. Malnourishment. Yes. Not only that, we can also link it to health. How health? For example, you are eating well. Okay, you are well fed, nutrition, eggs, milk, you take everything. Okay, then a small mosquito will come and bite you. Okay, you will get malaria, dengue, typhoid. Okay, what will happen? Yes or no? If you look at the kids, what is the problem? They have a lot of health issues. Okay, why are health issues here? Okay, next, we can also link mother. Why mother? Not genetic issue. For example, if a woman is married at the age of 16 or 17, okay, and she delivers a baby at the age of 17 or 18, okay, she is already weak. Yes or no? She herself is a victim of malnourishment. Yes, then do you think the baby will be healthy? The baby will also be problematic. I mean, she low weight and all those things. You get my point? So don't look at this article only from one perspective, that is food. See, that is why government of India is not interested to accept this ranking. It says that we are doing well, but ground reality, we know still there are a lot of anemic women. Yes or no? Girl child are having problems. Nutritional security is still an issue, right? Okay, you got my point? So this is a legacy problem. This is what? Legacy problem. It takes generations to improve health. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes what? Generations. Then you also throw in other issues like migration. Yes or no? You have to move from places to places. Food, climate, seasonal employment, poverty cyclical, like this. There are too many factors, ifs and buts. Okay, next, you are an agricultural laborer. You are a agricultural laborer. Okay, if monsoon is not well, will you find work? Then again your food, health and all these things are dependent on external factors, internal factors, external factors. Like this, it's a very complex system. Okay, now that we have identified that malnourishment is not generally food availability and all these things, as a district collector, what will you do? What changes will you bring to make nutritional security? How will you promote nutritional security? See, this article entirely is about one point, that we are not doing well in nutrition. Okay, my question is, as a district collector, if I show you this article in your district, let's imagine all of your district collectors of different districts. Okay, you are from your own district, no two people are same from the same district, I guess. Okay, if you are from the same district also, no problem. How will you solve it? How? During her pregnancy, for example, there is a scheme called as ICDS scheme, Integrated Child Development Scheme. So from the time you get she starts carrying the baby, right, she will be taken care, and the baby will also be taken care by the system. There are government schemes, Anganwadi schemes are there, and many states are also providing what? Extra money if you get delivery in the government hospitals. Also all those things are taken care by the systemic side. Okay, in spite of this, then why is it happening? Then we can bring in her problem, her point that public service delivery is not up to the mark. Yes or no? Awareness. Okay, fine. Then personally involved in implementations, ground level. That is your job. Yes. Think something creative. Nutrition ledu. What is nutrition? Very good. I was looking for that word, millets. Okay, I was avoiding it deliberately so that you will think, why is Prime Minister pushing millets? In budget, Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister, makes a statement. Millets are Sri Anna. Yes or no? They are superfood. Millets are superfood. And almost all districts in the country have superfood of their own. For example, if you go to Rayalaseema region, what is famous? Ragi. Ragi is very famous. So if you are a district collector from that area, what will you do? You will try to create ragi biscuits. Okay, add ragi flour to the midday meal scheme. Yes, some states have introduced eggs. Yes or no? Milk will be provided. So all these are taken care again by whom? You, the district collector. So the government has to take care of all these things. And there are some chikki, groundnut mixed with millet powder. Okay, that also improves nutrition security. So why should you know all these things? Because in Assam, a district collector has implemented this in one district. Okay, in Maharashtra, a district collector is doing this. In some other district, some other collector is doing this. Okay, what will happen is, you will take those as best case studies. Okay, writing that we have to fight malnourishment is one thing. Writing case study that somebody is doing this and it has improved what? The health of the kids. Yes or no? That is called as value addition. So if you read this article and forget it, you will not think like what? A problem solver. You are only problem identifier. Anybody can identify problems. What do UPSC need? Problem solvers. So your perspective should be about what? Problem solving. So next time when you see that case study, okay, somebody did something about millet production, malnourishment, what will you say? I will write this in my notes, or I will save this article, so that I will also do, when I become district collector, I will try to implement it like this. Okay, so that is a major thing. Clear? Yes. Is it a severe problem? Why is it a severe problem? As I said, it's an intergenerational problem, and they are the asset or human capital of any country. If there is no human capital, no country can grow. Yes or no? You are all what? Human Capital. Why are you capital? You have some skills, you have some talent, you should use it for the nation building. But if you have health issues every single day, you are not working productively, you cannot do basic problems, all these things will affect the nation's progress. So in India, if you want to solve problems of education, you have to solve problems of health. If you want to solve problems of health, you have to solve problems of education. They are two sides of the same coin. Got perspective? Yes. Is it what you have seen, or you have just read the article? You have to think what? Solutions. At least that perspective should be developed. Okay, this was the article I asked you to read. Definitely air pollution. Our friend was saying climate change is also a problem. Yes or no? Right? So what did you learn from that particular article? What is your major takeaway? There is a term called as takeaway. All of you know takeaways? What are takeaways? 6 months down the line, when I ask you air pollution, what will you say? Air pollution is 2 days ago what you told me, and 6 months also, after 6 months also if you tell me the same things, then you didn't take away anything. Is air pollution still the same problem in your mind, or is it bigger? Why? What did you learn from this particular article? Don't tell me generic things. Say one. Convince me. Life expectancy will be decreased. Okay. That's all. How much? 11.8 years. What will happen? 11.8 what? Years of what? See, that is the data set you have to write. Okay. First of all, we are starting with an argument that India is the second most polluted country in the world. Okay. So we have to take air pollution seriously. Yes. Okay. Why? If you see the orange color, the average Indian resident is supposed to lose 5.3 years of his life just because we are not meeting World Health Organization guidelines. That is your takeaway. Okay. And if you want to exaggerate, what will you say? If you are in Delhi, probably you will lose 11 years. Okay. Got my point? So the problem here is how many people are getting affected because of air pollution. So on the one side we say urbanization, development and all these things, and Delhi unfortunately is the capital of India. Yes or no? So we want our capital to be healthy, pollution free. Yes or no? But if you go to capital and start working there, what will happen to your health? Your life expectancy will come down. Severe complications will arise because of particulate matter 2.5, particulate matter 10, other gases. Okay. Are you going to be healthy in Delhi? No. Then what should you think? Is it possible to solve this problem? Is it possible? How do you know? Is it possible? Is it that did it happen anywhere in the world? In the same article they have also cited what? A case study. China actually started implementing serious measures on air pollution and they have reduced air pollution. So it's an outright mains question, right? Why air pollution is very severe in North India? Is it only because of Delhi residents, or entire North India, geography, other factors are also to be blamed? Okay, so like this you will develop the thought process. So first of all, what did you understand? When you write an answer, you have to say air pollution is a severe problem because of these things. You have to cite numbers, data, or else generically even you and I can also say air pollution is a problem. Yes, so that is your takeaway. What is the takeaway? Average Indian will lose lifespan by not meeting WTO. Thank you. I just was testing whether you are listening to the class or not. It's WHO. You are not listening. That is the summary. Okay. So WHO, World Health Organization, is more important. Okay, they have certain guidelines and we are not meeting the guidelines. So tomorrow when you become IAS officer or any officer, what will be your responsibility? Government will call you and say, I need air pollution to be reduced in Delhi. That's an order. Okay, then you start thinking. Clear? Yes. Okay. Did you get an opportunity to see this article? Status of Right to Information Act. Okay. Now tell me what is your takeaway in this article. First of all, tell me what is the tone of this article. What is the tone of the article? Every article will have tone, no? What is tone? Critical, positive, negative, supportive, exaggerative. There are so many types, right? So is this article exaggerating RTA, promoting RTA, criticizing RTA, being critical of RTA, just factual? What was your opinion when you read this article? It was excessively critical. Second thing, does it cite data on the problems it solves? It mentions. For example, it says earlier RTA can be filed using online portal. Now you have to file again. You have to write everything again. My question is, okay, do you have data to show that number of RTA filing has come down because of this step? Or is it your opinion? You get my point? Criticizing is very easy. Criticizing with empirical data is what is the quality that is needed for a good UPSC aspirant. Constructive criticism. Criticism is easy. I can say half of you are sleepy. Okay, that is what? Criticism. If I point fingers, you are sleeping, then that will happen what? Shaming and naming. So we don't want all those things, right? So at least in UPSC, what can you do? Constructive criticism. First of all, you should understand the importance of Right to Information Act. Right to Information is what? RTA. RTA is Right to Information. Good trick that you learn in UPSC, expanding the full forms. But the beauty of RTA Act is, as a citizen, it is your right to know what is happening inside the state. This is called as knowledge and power asymmetry. Knowledge and power asymmetry. What is knowledge and, first of all, what is asymmetry? How many of you know the meaning of the term asymmetry? Not being equal. Asymmetry means two different positions. Okay. State knows everything. State has a lot of information. You on the other hand are an ordinary citizen. You don't know anything. Isn't there a gap between knowledge between ordinary Indian and a government? This is called as knowledge asymmetry. Because I don't have knowledge and you have all the knowledge, what will you also have? Power. You will also have power. I will tell you a simple example. You have applied for a new meter connection in your home. Okay, the lineman will come and he will say, sir, you have to fill these forms. Okay, or else connections won't be given to you. And you have to file 500 rupees or something. You filed 500 rupees. Okay, connection is not coming. Then he will cite section 3B, section 3C, section 3D. Like this, he can cite so many reasons and stop the connection. Yes or no? He may or may not. You can fight, argue, saying I have produced everything that you have asked me, still why am I not getting the connection, etc., etc. Who knows everything? The lineman knows everything. You probably think there is some mistake from my side, probably. That may be true, that may not be true, depends on your knowledge. But if you give certain amount of money to that person, what will happen? First the connection will come, then the applications will be taken. Yes or no? That is power. Yes or no? Power is what? To get things done. So power is to get things done, and unfortunately government can do lot of things. Yes or no? It can do as it pleases. For example, changing the name of the country. Bharat. Yes or no? President of Bharat. Is it wrong? Constitutionally speaking, no. India, that is Bharat. So I can use President of Bharat or I can use President of India. So what is the harm in that? Yes or no? But can I use it as a power mechanism? I can use it for my own agenda? Yes or no? Sometimes political parties can use these things for settling the scores. You get the point? So asymmetry is between who and who? State and the people. To reduce this gap, what did we bring? Right to information. Okay, right to information. Now you understand the context. Okay, it is your responsibility to ask as much as possible from the government. It is also the responsibility of the government to give as much information as possible in the public domain. Both these things are not happening. Both these things are not happening. Educated youth like you are interested in Instagram and Jabardast, whereas government is interested in not uploading the data. Both are happy in their own places. Yes or no? What will happen because of this? Lack of knowledge. That's asymmetry will always be maintained. He will always be king, he will always be servant. But the name of the IAS officer is what? Public servant. His name is what? Public servant. He is a boss? No, he is public servant. He is serving whom? Public. But public doesn't know that. He is always happy to stay in his ivory tower. Okay, so it is your responsibility to bring down right to information asymmetry, using right to information asymmetry. In the process, government is trying to make that little bit difficult. Government is trying to make it little bit difficult. How? By not having portals and all these things. Okay, in a simple way, I will convert this article and I will show you what are the good things that will happen. For example, UPI is there. Okay, government is promoting what? UPI. Okay, Phone Pay, Google Pay, all these apps can also have RTA linkage. Yes or no? Just type in the application number, pay UPI, and you can give the 10 rupees. So that is the entire criticism here. No, 2 paragraphs he has taken by saying in Tamil Nadu they don't accept DDs. DD has to be submitted. All these are problems of filing what? RTA. Okay, government is promoting which platform? UPI platform. Can I solve RTA problem using UPI? Very, very easily. If I can pay my current bill, if I can pay my water bill, okay, why can't I pay my RTA bill? Who needs to have that intention? Government needs to have the intention. Yes or no? If government has intention, all these are non-starters. All these are not even problems. Yes? You must have heard about something called as blockchain technology. Yes or no? Okay, here I will show you one more example. Hindu says articles have been deleted, files have been deleted, so on and so forth. Okay, that is a problem. Okay, blockchain technology. You type your Aadhaar number. Okay, you pay 10 rupees using UPI. Your RTA application has been recorded in blockchain. Forever it will be there. Yes or no? Nobody can change it, delete it, modify it. Very simple solution is creating an application using sorry, blockchain technology. Who needs to have that intention? Government again. So if tomorrow Prime Minister Modi sits and orders IAS officers, I need a blockchain based RTA portal with UPI, day after tomorrow all these problems will be solved. But the problem is he has to sit. He means government, not Prime Minister Modi. The government doesn't have intention. Okay, why? Power asymmetry helps the governments. Got my point? So you can think critically or you can think all these are serious problems. Okay, I believe state have unlimited capacity. I am not talking about one individual, right? I am not talking about Prime Minister Modi doing coding. He can literally ask Google, all the software engineers in the country to create an open source app. Yes or no? We have done CoWIN. 1.4 billion population have been vaccinated using CoWIN portal. If we can do that, can't we do a simple RTA portal? Yes. GST. We have created a GST portal and we have given it to all the states. Like that, there is a criticism. States don't have RTA portals. Central government can create and ask all the states to implement the RTA portals. Technology is like a genie in a bottle. Once people got used to this technology, okay, it becomes very, very easy. Clear? So last time I asked you a question, how many of you filed an RTA? Yes or no? The answer doesn't change in 2 days. I am pretty sure of that. But did you go home and find how to file an RTA online? No, right? But if I give it as an option in Phone Pay or Google Pay, will you file? Probably the chances will increase. Clear? So it's all about using the technology. And one last point that I would like to make here is Rajasthan have a portal called as Jan Suchna portal. Rajasthan government have a portal called as Jan Suchna portal. It is an RTA portal. Okay, what happens is day 1 September 1st, okay, these persons pensions were deposited, everything will be displayed in a dashboard. Okay, for example, your name is Anjaya. Okay, you will go and type C Anjaya. C Anjaya, phone number ends with 1234. Okay, your pension has been deposited in an account labeled ending with 3456. Okay, it says that it has been deposited. So if you go to the bank and ask the bank clerk, inka raledu, all this drama, money hasn't been deposited, won't be there. Why? Jan Suchna portal is saying government has sent money using Aadhaar card to your bank account. So without asking anybody, you can check whether my pension has been deposited or not. That is the power of information. If I actually don't have that portal, first of all, I will go to the bank. Bank will say money hasn't come. They won't even check. For example, if they are busy, then you will run to the municipal office. Then the municipal clerk will say, give me 50 rupees, I will check. Yes or no? All these dramas can be eliminated by what? Logging into Jan Suchna portal. Directly you can check. So that is the power of information. You can eliminate middlemen. So if every state in India can promote transparency like this, automatically corruption will come down severely. Clear? So when you read the article next time, I want you to think about what? Perspectives. Is the article critical? Is the article supportive? Okay, are the criticisms valid? You may not know all these things on day 1, but slowly you have to develop the thought process. Any questions so far? No? See, when you write mains answers, that is when these classes will start making sense to you. Right now it won't make sense because you are a beginner, but one day when you start thinking about RTA, suddenly you will remember all the examples. I can write Jan Suchna portal, I can say blockchain technology, I can talk about information, using ICT, information communication technologies, I can talk about apps. Yes or no? What about this article? One nation, one election. What did you learn? You tell me. What is your takeaway? Government is spending 10 rupees per voter per election cycle. Okay, is it a huge amount of money? Okay, huge. Cumulatively, it's huge. How much? 8,000 crores is huge. That is less than what Vijay Mallya have taken away. If you think about it. Yes or no? Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi and one more fellow. Mehul Choske, I guess. Okay, these 3 people can contribute for 3 cycles of elections. If you put it in a context. If you look at individually, 8,000 crores given to ISRO would be, much more productive. But the ultimate purpose of democracy is what? Representativeness. Yes or no? It's your job to be represented. So it has to be done. That is what makes India unique. Yes? Can we reduce the 10 rupees cost? Probably in future, yes. How? Using Aadhaar based facial biometric verification systems and all those things. Every corner will have a voting booth. Yes or no? You can go there, Aadhaar based facial verification done, you can vote. There is no need for verification, no need for electoral, so on and so forth. Administrative costs will come down. Again, it depends on technology. As I said the other day, Telangana has tried what? Aadhaar based facial recognition technique. So sooner than later, all these things will come. Since the starting, everybody will cry. We even cried about EVMs. Sir, EVMs are not authentic. If I vote for Congress, it will go to BJP. Or if I vote for BJP, it will go to Congress. Then we have introduced one more technology called as VVPATs. So VVPAT will tell you, you voted for a particular party, the slip will also fall in the same party. Right? So guarantees can be improved through what? Blockchain technology, Aadhaar, facial recognition and all these things. So the problem here is not the cost of elections. The problem here is, should we have one nation, one election? Should we? Is it wrong for government to think that? Government is elected. The present government is what? Elected. You and I have voted for the political party that is in power. Okay, so it has every right to do whatever it wants to do. Okay, it can try. But again, it is also equally possible that we might fall back into the same cycle of one nation, multiple elections. Yes or no? That is the common logic. So, long termly speaking, it's a mains question. Should a nation have one nation, one election? What are the advantages? Very simple. We will be working on governance, not on electioneering. Okay, 24/7 people won't be thinking about elections. They will be thinking about governance. Okay, this is the single biggest advantage. What are the disadvantages? If a government dissolves early, federalism will be affected. That means the local voice will be, the regional party's voice will not be heard. In India, we have a thought process. People will vote for local government at a different party, national level at a different party. This is a very common thought practice in India. Think about it. Okay, because if I am voting for my local self-government, that is panchayati, ward member, okay, I will vote on the basis of my connection. If I know that person, is he responsive? Okay, will he get things done? These are my immediate concerns. Why ward member or panchayat members or sarpanch and all these things are very important for daily activities. My life is affected by him. Okay, but when it comes to national level, I believe strong parties are important. For example, PM Modi should be there. So the same person who might vote for PM Modi in MP elections might vote for local party in local elections or municipal elections. So there is no guarantee that people will still vote for you even if there is a one nation, one election. Okay, so don't do PhD on this particular topic, but at the same time try to understand one nation, one election, what are the advantages. If they have tried to address all the criticisms also. Okay, presently speaking, it is very, very difficult to implement it. Some states might agree, some states might come to earlier elections, but in the long run, again, I personally believe that we will go back to old ways. That will be true waste of one nation, one election topic and the time that has been allocated to it. Okay. What other articles are there? This was an interesting article. Did you read this article? It's not there in Hyderabad edition. No? No, it's not there. Okay, don't worry. We'll focus on major keywords in this article. The headline itself is a major essay topic. This year alone, we might expect a essay topic on the same lines. What is the essay topic? GDP centric view should change to human centric view. What is GDP centric view? Growth versus? Correct only, tell. Growth versus development. What is growth? Growth is normally measured in the terms of money. Okay, growth is normally measured in the term of money, whereas development is holistic. Development is holistic. How many kids in India are going to school? Are they healthy? Are they malnourished? Okay, are they having all the basic amenities? How many teachers are there in the classroom? All these are what? Development. Okay, is India the richest country in the world? Third richest country in the world? How many billionaires are there in India? What is the per capita income in India? All these things are what? Growth. Okay, so what are we normally measuring a country on? Growth rather than development. Growth means money. Yes or no? We compare ourselves to which country? USA. Why? USA have more money. Yes or no? Why do people go to USA after engineering? To get more money. But is America the best country in development? What kind of development are we talking about? Health, education, quality of life, air pollution and all these things. Scandinavian countries, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, these countries are much better in development rather than USA. So that is the debate that Prime Minister Modi is trying to talk here. Okay. So till now we were focusing on what? Money. Now we should focus on development, humanity, human development. That is the thought process. Okay. Next, he talks about a human-centric model of development. The best example is Vaccine Maitri. The best example is Vaccine Maitri. That means during COVID time, instead of selling the vaccines for profit, what India has done is, India have given vaccines freely to many countries. That process is called as Vaccine Maitri. Maitri means friendship, vaccine is vaccine. Okay. So the friendship of vaccine is Vaccine Maitri. So India prioritized what? Human values. Yes or no? The Maitri, that is a human value rather than on money. Okay. So that is a good thing or bad thing? Why? Soft power. It builds relations between different countries, because in the long run people will remember friendship rather than money. Yes or no? As long as you give money, people will remember you, but the moment you stop giving money, people will forget you. But if you help them in difficulties, they will always remember you for long amount of time. Okay, that is also enshrined in his value system, that is Sabka Saath Ka Vikas. Sabka? Sabka? Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. Okay, you have to write all these things in answer writing. Yes or no? Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas. What is Prayas? Prayas is effort. Yes or no? Vishwas is trust. Sabka Vishwas, that is trust. Okay. So Sabka Saath, that means everybody should be taken. Okay. Sabka Vishwas. Everybody should be trusty. So that is nothing but inclusive development. In the same article, he also talks about what is India doing to promote this human-centric view. How do we know that it's a human-centric view? First thing is Vaccine Maitri. Second thing is we are working on International Solar Alliance. Okay, that is a program where we promote solar energy. Renewable energy is being promoted. That means India asks every country to go for solar energy or renewable energy. Then we are also working on CDRI. What is CDRI? Resilient infrastructure. See, you don't know, but just understand what is ISA, International Solar Alliance. We are asking all countries in the world to move towards renewable energy. So that's a good thing or a bad thing? That's a overall good thing. Why? More people using renewable energy means climate change will reduce, planet will be healthy. So we are thinking in a global level. Okay, Vaccine Maitri at global level. Okay, CDRI, that is Coalition of Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. Okay, you may not understand it, but simply put, climate change is increasing, disasters will increase. So you have to construct your infrastructure so that it will be resilient. What is resilient? You constructed a bridge between A village and B village. Why? During floods you can travel between A and B village. Floods came, bridge also went with it. Okay, then what happens? The bridge is not resilient. Yes or no? Why did you construct bridge in the first place? When there are floods you can cross. When the floods came, the bridge is not working. What is the purpose of having a bridge? So you should construct a bridge which will also work in floods. That is called as resilience. Tattukoni nilapaddam, resilience. Okay. So we are asking world to move towards resilient infrastructure. That is also global level. So vaccines, Solar Alliance. Next, Disaster Alliance. After that we are also moving towards Biofuel Alliance. Okay, I am not saying Harikatha, you can write running notes. Okay, if you want to sleep, seriously I am saying tomorrow onwards don't come to the class. You. Okay, if you want to write something, be active, come to the class, or else please don't come. I don't have any compulsion. I am not speaking some Harikatha here. Okay, I know all these things. I am teaching this for whom? You people, and you are staring at my face. Naku ivanni telusu. Teliste ikkadiki vachi cheppu mari. Simple logic. Okay, if you feel you know all these things, please don't come to my class. If you know all these things, then come and teach beside me. I will be happy to give you the mic. Okay, I have zero tolerance for non-serious UPSC aspirants, because if you are not serious on day one, you don't belong to UPSC. Unfortunately, it will take you 2 years to realize that, but that is your headache. I stopped bothering to tell people all these things in the beginning classes, but sometimes you people irk me. I get irritated, triggered. I have to tell you all these things. If you are non-serious, trust me, you don't belong in UPSC. If you are serious, you belong to UPSC. If not, in 1 year, 2 years, you will become something. Okay, or else nothing will happen. Coming back to the discussion, what are the 4 things that India is doing? Vaccines, International Solar Alliance, disaster, and last one is Biofuel Alliance. Okay, Biofuel Alliance. What are biofuels? Ethanol, methanol, and all these things are biofuels. That means when you crush the sugar cane, a juice will come, that is ethanol, and that can be put in your petrol tank if the vehicle supports. Okay, so like this, government is trying to reduce usage of fossil fuels. So if you mix petrol plus ethanol, that is ethanol blending, it will reduce what? Fossil fuel dependency. Less petrol, less diesel will be consumed. So that is also good for whom? India or planet? Planet. So if tomorrow someone asks you what is India doing for the world, what are the 4 points you can cite? Vaccines, solar, disaster resilience, and biofuels. All these things are for global good or Indian good? And also Indian good. Indians will benefit, the globe will also benefit. This is what? Human-centric view. Everetla vote naakendi. Come what may, let people die. I will only buy diesel, petrol. I will burn, I will use ACs. All these things are what? Narrow-centric. They are growth-centric. Okay, what do we need? Human-centric. Yes, you can also throw in Prime Minister's life. LIFE. What is life? Lifestyle for environment. Okay, there is one more model, the 5th point, called as life. LIFE. That is lifestyle for environment. That means when you are going out of the class, you will switch off fans, ACs. Yes or no? When there is natural light, you will not use tube light. All these things are what? Lifestyle changes. If we use less ACs and more natural light, that will save planet or destroy planet? Save planet. That is change of what? Lifestyle. Plastic. Whenever you go, you don't take plastic cover, you carry a tiffin box to the hotel. That will save the planet. Yes or no? Normally we order from Swiggy, but we can go to the restaurant and get a tiffin box. Yes? When is the last time you went to the hotel, idli, sambar, chutney, 3 different tiffin boxes and brought it? You don't even know it can be done. Yes or no? Why? Swiggy hai na? Yes or no? If we order, they will throw everything and send it. But that is a huge amount of carbon footprint, plastic waste. But if you carry a steel dabba, you can get all these things. Yes or no? Before 1985, all these things were done by people. Yes or no? Only after that, plastic pandemic has happened. Yes. Even cool drink also we have glass bottles. Now we have plastic bottles. Yes or no? Water, plastic bottles. So all these things are what? Lifestyle changes. Lifestyle changes. Got my point? Next. Again, irrespective of your UPSC classes, I am teaching you all these points because you need to understand what India is doing for the world. Okay. Next, he uses a term called as Global South. Global South. What is Global South? Here you need to understand the perspective. India is like that college friend who is friends with everyone. Yes or no? You all have one friend in your college who is friends with everyone, right? Okay, there will be so many gangs in the college. In the world, there are poor countries and developing countries. Okay, they are normally called as Global South. Poor and developing countries are called as Global South. It has nothing to do with equator. It has nothing to do with equator. It is a general parlance. Okay, poor and developing countries are called as Global South. Rich countries and developed countries are called as Global North. Okay, where is India? Again I said equator. See, even if you take about equator also, we are above the equator only, not below equator. So normally speaking, we are somewhere in between both. We belong to global south, okay, but we are also very well represented in global north, okay. So this is why India perceives itself as a voice of the global south. India perceives itself as what? Voice of the global south. I am the undeclared leader of whom? Global south. Technically I am the leader, but I am speaking for whom? Global south. So all those CDI, ISA, all these things are given to whom? Global south or global north? Did we give vaccines to America or to the poor countries? Poor countries. So we are the leader of global south, voice of global south. So next time when someone says global south, will you remember it? Yes, global south means poor and developing nations. So India is giving voice to the voiceless. India is giving voice to the voiceless. That is a summary. Okay. So citing all these points, you can write a mains answer saying that is why India is spearheading human-centric development rather than GDP-centric growth. You have to use that words very, very deliberately. Growth and development. Any confusions there? Simple. See, G20 is developed nations, rich countries, okay, whereas global south is poor and developing country. India is a member of G20, India is a member of global south. India can talk to rich countries, India is best friend of USA, India is also working for small island nations which are in Pacific Indian Ocean. So we are friends with almost everyone except Pakistan, North Korea. Yes or no? And officially we don't call Pakistan as enemy. Pakistan is still our neighbor. Troubled is your addition, okay, your addition, not official stand of India. Clear? So what did you take away from this article? That is the problem. Takeaways. Yes or no? 6 months down the line, if I show you the same slide, sir, I remember something. Development, growth. What is the takeaway? Just don't tell me. Close your eyes and think of all the takeaways. That is the beauty of running notes. Yes or no? If you write something in the running notes, what will happen? Your brain will be alert on keywords. Okay. I am not going to dictate notes because this is a discussion class. Okay. So you have to write running notes. At least your brain will focus on important keywords. One day, definitely 3 months down the line, when your IR classes are happening, you will hear the term global south. That day again, you will stare at the SAR's face as if the word is spoken by him for the first time in your life. Global south. Never ever heard about it. No? Got my point? Global south. 3 days from now, I will ask global south. You will stare at me. Guarantee? Pakka. I will record your faces when you stare at me on third day. Okay? So don't worry. Like this, you get the depth. Okay? When you read newspapers, don't read them for data. For non-seriously. Read them very seriously. If you don't understand words, note them down. Sir, I don't understand what is global south. You have to develop that intellectual curiosity. Yes. Luckily, the thing is, there are around only 150 to 200 words. Once we are done with the 150 to 200 words in the beginning classes, okay, then onwards we can go with the classes, because I don't have to again stop and say what is global south. From here onwards, every time I say global south, you know what is global south. That is the advantage. Any questions? Global south is definitely. See, again, as I said, this is for beginning level, right? You can go into value addition at much later stages. If you read more, that is fine. Anything to ask? Any questions that you have? You read all the articles yesterday also? Yesterday's newspaper, that is September 5th newspaper. Aditya L1. Okay. Did you read that article? Yes. So if I ask a simple, if I ask a true or false statements, the sun's surface is much hotter than the corona. How many of you will say yes? Please raise your hand. Don't open your mouth. Sun's surface is much hotter than its corona. Please raise your hand. Just yesterday. Okay. Don't worry. I have the paper. I can show you and criticize. First paragraph. What is the line? It is called as solar enigma. Why is it enigma? Something that nobody can explain. What is that line saying? While the surface of the sun is only 5600 degrees, its corona, which is the outermost part of the sun, is around 2 million degrees. That is an outright prelims question. Okay. Then we will see, okay, sun, obviously core will be hotter, outside will be cooler. Yes. A, correct. No? See, that is the interesting part in reading newspapers. No? If you don't know all these things also, they are teaching you like children. They are teaching you very basics. Okay. This is what is happening in the sun. That is why we are supposed to know about the sun. Clear? So please read with attention. Please know what to read, what not to read. We will come to that when we read NCERT physics, no? Yeah. But see, that is what I am saying. Intellectual curiosity has no substitute. You have to be curious. If you are not curious, that question will come and go. So 1 month down the line, if I give you a handout of test, prelims quiz, okay, and the same question will be there. Will you remember? How many of you don't understand Telugu? You don't understand? Okay, fine. You saved everyone. Okay. Clear? What is Lagrange point? How many Lagrange points are there? 5? Sure? 5. How many of them are stable? 2 are stable. Which are stable? L4 and L5 are stable. Any confusions? Correct only? There are 5. 2 are stable, 3 are unstable. What is the confusion in that numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 numbers. Which are stable? L? Pakka. Not sure. Then I say pakka, you have to say sure. Tomorrow you tell me. How many are there? 5 points are there. Have you seen Singham movie? Yes or no? There is a very famous joke in that movie, first part. You have seen Singham? Yes. So the constable will come and ask the father of the hero, sir, why is he SI? Why am I constable? Then he will say, call the Kirana shop and ask whether the goods have come or not. Okay, he will. Then he will say, when did it come? Again he will call. Okay, you people are like that only. Find out Lagrange points. Sir, 5 are there. Okay, done. Which are stable? Tomorrow we will tell you. Okay, tomorrow I will ask one more question. Day after tomorrow again you will read Lagrange. What could have been done in 10 minutes, you are doing in 3 days. Okay, is it good or bad? Worst. Yes or no? So please spend 10 minutes in Wikipedia. As a human being, get curious, no? Forget UPSC. Lagrange points, 5 are there. They will draw image. They will show how it's, like this. L1 is here. Pictographical memory will be there. Luckily, one day when you write mains, you will see the same question. You will also replicate the same diagram. out of your memory. Won't you be happy? Yes, that is something to be experienced. All these things will happen when you are curious. If you are like that Singham batch, I cannot do anything. Okay. If you don't have any questions, I will wrap up the session here. We'll continue tomorrow. Please try to get papers. If not, we'll display again. Okay. Read with what? Curiosity. Don't read for Kalyan Sir. Don't read for marks. Don't read for UPSC. Read because you are a graduate. Read because it will improve your knowledge. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.